Hello from Seoul. Are you looking at the takeout menus for ordering some dinner? Come on, don't spend too much money on takeout even though you're too busy. Instead, bring out your air fryer that's been sitting on a shelf like literally forever and invest just 15 minutes. Then I dare say you can have a nice and delicious dinner that you ever had. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. Did you guys know that you can make egg fried rice with an air fryer? I know it's hard to believe, but it actually works great in the air fryer. Well, of course the egg fried rice is super easy to make, but nobody knows what will happen. There's a chance that you can't use your stovetop, right? So let's be prepared. For this, you will need a bowl of cooked rice, egg, and green onion. Actually, you can't make it without green onion. What am I talking about? I guess I went crazy or something. As always, more green onion, more delicious. So let's chop up lots of green onion. And if you have some leftover bacon in your fridge, you can bring it here. That'll be more flavorful. Next, beat an egg with some salt and pepper. And then to that, add 1 cup of leftover rice, 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce, and mix it all together. Once the egg coats every single grain, throw in some green onions and give it a final mix. Alright, the prep is done. Let's pour it into a heat-proof container and smooth out the top. What? You don't have a heat-proof container? Don't worry about it. You can use some parchment paper or anything that works for you. No problem at all. Now let's put it in an air fryer and cook it 180 degrees Celsius or 355 degrees Fahrenheit for about 7 minutes. When time's up, give it a quick stir and cook for another minute or 2. That's it. Now all you need to do is transfer it to a serving plate and finish it off with some FRYER or any greens you like. Alright, it's done. Let's call our taste tester. Claire?
Wow, the green onions smells awesome. 이게 에어프라이어로 했다고? 전혀 이렇게 겉모습으로 봤었을 땐 전혀 눈치 못 채겠다. 말하지 않으면 모를 것 같아. I'm super curious. Let's try. 나 배고파. 꼬르륵 소리 난다. Check out how fluffy the rice is. 후리카케 있는 부분을 먹겠다. Ready? 오, 맛있어. 겉에는 약간 크러스트, 바삭하게 꼭 누룽지 같이 밥이 꼬들꼬들하게 됐어. 속에는 촉촉하게 부드럽고, 그리고 볶음밥인데도 불구하고 너무 기름이 과하지 않아가지고 되게 담백하니 맛있다. It's not bad. It's so good. If you're not a big fan of egg fried rice because it's greasy and oily, this is it. So good.
The next one is crispy baked tofu. If you never liked tofu because you think it's boring, this is the way to go. It's so beautiful and delicious, you can't say tofu is boring anymore. For this, you will need tofu and some microgreens. That's it. What? You can't get this kind of microgreens? That's okay. You can use our loved green onion. That could be better than mine. First, let's make the sauce. In a small container, add 1 tablespoon of Korean chili paste, 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, half a tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of oyster sauce, half a tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, and mix it. That's it. Couldn't be any easier, right? Next, take the tofu out of the package and pat dry it with some paper towels. If you're looking for the crispy crust on the outside, we gotta pat it dry thoroughly. Wanna speed up the process? Then bring your hairdryer. I'm not joking, it works really well, but if you've been secretly using this for other parts, don't you dare bring it over here. Nobody wants to taste it. Now make some cuts into the tofu, sort of like checkered pattern, but not all the way down, because we still want to hold the shape of it, so about halfway down would be perfect. Then season with salt and pepper. That's it. Once that's done, put it on a piece of parchment paper and generously brush our sauce on the tofu. Put it in the air fryer and let it cook at 200 degrees Celsius or 390 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. Once it's done cooking, carefully take it out and transfer it to a serving plate. Last but not least, drizzle with half a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil and top it off with a little bit of microgreens and some sesame seeds. That's it. You wanna know how it tastes? Alright, let's call our taste tester. Claire?
오, 이거 내가 알던 두부가 맞아? 엄청 고급진데? 오 마이 갓. Let's try it. Look at this. 소스가 위에서부터 샤르르 흘러내리는 게 너무 예쁘다. Let's dig in. 큰 바이 사이즈. 뭔가 살몬 스테이크 같기도 하고. Cheers. 와, 오, 예술인데, 맛있네. 겉에 있는 소스는 약간 캐러멜라이즈가 되어 있고, 속에는 또 온전하게 두부의 그 촉촉함을 즐길 수 있어서 그게 너무 좋은 것 같아. 코리안 프라이 치킨? 그 소스인 것 같았거든? 근데 그것보다는 좀 단맛이 좀 적고, 감칠맛이 훨씬 강해. 맛있네. 두부랑 정말 잘 어울린다. 맨날 먹고 싶어. This is not boring anymore. So good.
This time, let's make some bulgogi, Korean barbecue beef. This is not just any bulgogi. We're gonna make it fancy with delicious eggplants. For this, you will need eggplants, ground beef, and of course green onion. Although I said we're gonna make it fancy, it doesn't need many ingredients, right? But don't worry about it. It's gonna taste amazing. First, take 2 eggplants and cut them in half, lengthwise. And then, using a spoon, scoop out the insides, but not all the way through, like scooping your ice cream. Don't waste all the goodness. We just need a little bit of room for bulgogi. Next, sprinkle some salt and pepper and put them in the air fryer. Spray some oil and cook at 180 degrees Celsius or 355 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes. And while that's in the air fryer, let's make the marinade. In a large mixing bowl, put 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, half a tablespoon of minced garlic, half a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, some black pepper, and give that a good mix. And then add 200 grams of ground beef, some chopped green onions, and mix it all together. Let's put the beef mixture on top of the cooked eggplants and try to spread it out evenly. Nothing complicated, right? Once that's done, we're gonna cook at 180 degrees Celsius or 355 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. Once they're cooked through, transfer it to a serving plate and finish it off with some toasted sesame seeds. Alright, it's done. Let's see how it tastes. Claire? 너 말고 Not you, 구두.
Not you. 안 그래도 이 며칠 전에 가지가 노화 방지에 좋다라는 거 보고서는 많이 먹어야지 이렇게 생각했었는데 딱이네. 우, 가지가 윤기가 쪼르르르르 한 게 완전 맛있어 보인다. 위에는 이렇게 살짝 촤한 게 완전 맛있어 보이네. Let's give it a try. 뭔가 김밥 같은 느낌이 있네. Ready? 이건 진짜 맛있을 수밖에 없는 조합이네. 소고기에서 나오는 그 육즙이랑 가지에서 나오는 그 채즙이 만나서 정말 환상적이네. 너무 맛있다. 그리고 이건 내 생각인데 위에다가 모짜렐라 치즈 샥 뿌린 다음에 살짝 녹여서 하면 또 another 레벨이 될 것 같아. 완전 괜찮을 것 같지 않아? 심지어 와인까지 있으면 perfect! It's gonna be fantastic. Try it!
This time, let's make an amazing teriyaki chicken rice bowl. It is so simple and easy to put together. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be your new favorite weeknight dinner. For this, you will need a bowl of hot rice and chicken. That's it. But if you could add some other vegetables like asparagus or broccoli, that'll be even more fantastic. Alright, get yourself 200 grams of chicken thighs and season both sides with salt and pepper and set them aside. While they are having a great vacation over there, let's make some sauce for our chicken. In a small container, add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin, half a tablespoon of sugar, half a tablespoon of minced garlic, half a teaspoon of grated ginger, and give it a good mix until the sugar is completely dissolved. Now let's take the chicken over here and pat them dry with paper towels. Trust me, this is gonna make our chicken more crispy and delicious. Place the chicken in the air fryer, skin side up, and we're gonna cook at 180 degrees Celsius or 355 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. When time's up, generously brush our beautiful sauce and flip so the skin side down, and cook for an additional 5 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through. So simple, right? Alright, our chicken is done. How does it look? It looks gorgeous, right? Now all you need to do is just cut them into nice bite-sized pieces and place them on top of the rice. After that, add an extra drizzle of the sauce and finish it up with any greens you like. Alright, it's done. Let's see how it tastes.
Claire?
우, 엄청 푸짐하구만. 뭔가 장어덮밥 같이 생겼는걸? 우, 윤기 나는 게 완전 맛있어 보인다. Let's try! 딱 봐도 맛있어 보이는데. Ready! 와우, 완전 맛있는데? 생강향 짱이다. 생강향 너무 좋다. 되게 향기로워. 너무너무 좋은데? 그리고 닭도 팬프라잉 한 것처럼 겉에 그 껍질 부분이 엄청 바삭하고 속에도 엄청 촉촉해. This time I wanna try with rice. 말해 뭐해. 밥이랑 먹으니까 2배 더 맛있다. 다시 한번 말하지만 생강 스킵하면 안 돼. 진짜 맛있어. Unless you are allergic to ginger, don't you ever think of skipping ginger. So good.
Lastly, let's make some Mapo Tofu. Yes, you heard it right. Mapo Tofu with an air fryer. But don't worry about it, it's gonna be awesome. For this, you will need tofu, ground pork, green onion, and some chilies. If you can't handle spicy food, instead of these bad boys, you can use bell peppers. No problem at all. First, cut 300 grams of tofu into nice little cubes. Normally, for Mapo Tofu, I like to use soft tofu. But in this recipe, with an air fryer, I think that's gonna break apart and turn it into porridge or something. So let's use firm tofu this time. But if you still wanna use soft tofu, go check out our previous video. You're gonna love it so much. Next, thinly slice some green onions and chili peppers. You want me to say something? As always, more green onion, more delicious. Now let's move on to the sauce. In a small container, add 1 tablespoon of chili oil, 1 tablespoon of Chinese chili bean paste, half a tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder, half a tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, half a teaspoon of grated ginger, and mix it. Here, if you really want to try that authentic taste, you gotta use this Sichuan peppercorn. But since we're doing a quick and easy version, let's just add half a teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorn flavored oil. Trust me, even if you use this, it doesn't mean you're compromising on flavor. Yeah, it's that good. Alright, it's ready to go. Let's pour that into a heat-proof container and add 100 grams of ground pork along with some green onions and chilies. Here, make sure you break up the pork and give that a good mix. If the pork is too chunky, it can be undercooked. I warned you. If you don't take my advice and get a cold brown situation because of that undercooked pork, I'm not responsible. Keep adding the tofu, 1 cup of water, and stir them around. Once everything is well mixed, place it in the air fryer and cook at 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. How was it? It's way easier than you think, right? After that, to thicken up a little bit, add a cornstarch slurry and give it a few stirs. And then let it cook for another 3 minutes. Alright, it's done. Let's transfer it to a serving bowl and serve with the hot rice. Alright, let's call our taste tester.
Claire?
우, 마파두부? 알록달록 엄청 예쁘네. 근데 좀 수피하다. 그래도 뭐 그거 나름대로 매력 있으니까 한번 먹어보겠어. 와우, 고기도 많고 두부도 듬뿍듬뿍 넣어줘가지고 완전 맛있을 것 같아. You know, we always have to eat Mapo Tofu with some rice. Let's try. My mouth is watering. Ready? 오. 약간, 맛있다. 일단 그 마파두부만의 시차 페퍼콘 향이 입안에 맴돌아서 그게 너무 좋고, 그리고 생긴 것만큼 엄청 맵진 않고 적당히 매우면서 딱 즐길 수 있는 정도로 괜찮은 것 같아. 부드러운 두부 사이사이에 그 간고기의 그 약간의 쫄깃쫄깃함이랑 그리고 야채들에서 오는 아삭함이 같이 어우러져서 너무 맛있어. 전반적으로 너무 맛있어.
Today, I showed you 5 air fryer dinner recipes that takes under 15 minutes. How was it? Pretty amazing, right? From now on, you don't have to spend lots of money on takeout. Just pick one of those recipes and get something nice for yourself. It will be fantastic. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.